So now the question remains: is this monster are the monster players? Are they going to play Kraken on this map, or are they going to switch it up? KPV's monster.
No, they
He
did go
needs
with
to
Kraken.
find something. Well, this is Bugsy here from Team SiTH, so he's going to go with what he knows.
Yeah. And I think we're just going to see the same God Comp. No, they're backing out. Maybe they actually changed those picks up.
One of the things which is actually interesting on this map is the cave section is so good for the aftershock build. It's very you can trap people on the walls in the cave, aftershock them, and the aftershock covers the whole distance of those caverns. So it's very, very difficult to escape out of it. We're going to have to see if Bugsy is going to use this to his advantage or not.
Yeah, we will have to see what he does. We are here in-game right now. This is Bugsy, the monster player for Team SiTH Evolve, looking to clinch their first Sunday Cup victory, their first place finish.
Game
versus,
5 of 7.
Yes, game 5 of 7 versus Team KPV's Hunters. All right, and the Kraken just taking off right off the bat, looking to sneak up around the south side of the map, get as much food as possible.
He does trigger birds there. I feel like he's probably trying to just do this rage feed strategy and get as much feed as possible in. Maybe lay a little bit of a false trail. I don't know. Maybe start sneaking after the birds since he did drop them before the hunters actually dropped out of the dropship. So I don't know here. But if I know Bugsy, what he generally likes to do is take something like feed speed and just try and feed essentially 60 yards in front of the hunters. I don't know if they've been allowing him to do that, though. These guys put excellent pressure and really do an excellent job of preventing him from feeding. Last time he got stage 2 pretty quickly, but stage 3 took him forever.
Well, on this map here, he's already ready. He's already almost ready for the stage up. They have caught either of him though, so we'll have to see. Can this assault stick on him as much? Nope. He's ready for the stage up now. So the question is he going to try and dodge the dome from the trapper? Is he going to try and get a strike with the armor that he's got, or is he just going to try and get to the opposite side of the map and get the evolve off and take as little damage as possible coming out of it?
Look at that, 1 minute and 20 seconds, and he already has enough points to evolve to stage 2.
Yep.
Great speed right there.
That area of the
Yeah,
map is so good, just for getting food and just getting the stage up off as quickly as possible. If you go to that area of the map, like 9 times out of 10, you will be ready for the stage up before the hunters even see you.
And it looks like he's able to cross the river pretty quickly and without a whole lot of contest. And Trapper is by far the closest to the Kraken, which, like, well, it's great for Trapper to come in and try and get a dome. If she were to dome him right now, she would be quite a ways from anybody who could really help her.
I don't like that he was sneaking there, though. You can't sneak from Daisy. Daisy's just going to follow you right there. It was quite a waste of time from the Kraken there. He could have got further across towards the dam maybe, and maybe got the stage up there. But sneaking, slowing him down, and just doesn't achieve anything with Daisy on your backside like that.
Yeah, especially not when you're going to have to zigzag back and forth through the center of the map. As you can saw, they had one hunter just waiting there and pinged him as he crossed. They definitely have an excellent idea where he's at.
And he does go for the evolve. No, he cancels the evolve. Great play there. Yeah, they were way too close.
Moving in.
I think Bugsy has some bad memories from this map, because this is the map that we actually played him on in the tiebreaker, and we beat him in order to go through yesterday to the semi-finals. So he's going to look to not make the same mistakes he made last match, which was just that. He evolved too aggressively, and we were able to capitalise off it. So we're going to see he's going to play a lot more safe this time, hopefully.
Alright, and if he's able to actually move away here... Oh, wow. Getting some good damage in, though, on the assault. I question this. I mean, he's flying a lot slower facing that direction. It's just interesting. Maybe he was waiting for them to shoot him and replenish his traversals.
Well, that's why he's firing out of them. He wants to be put in combat himself. But even so, the Trapper's just gotten stuck on this corner of the map now. We can see the Trapper out there away from the rest of the team. The team's forcing him into this corner here, and that's going to make it even more difficult for him to escape right now.
Lots of just great positioning pressure coming out of coming out of this Hunter team.
Yeah, you know, they have done a great job pressuring him. Look at that. 1 minute and 20 seconds, he had enough points to evolve. It has been almost 3 minutes since that point now, and he still hasn't been able to pull it off. He is still stuck at stage 1.
Trying to bait the dome there, actually, but the Trapper player was having none of it. Kept his patience, kept his cool.
That's exactly what he needs to do. He needs to bait that dome out. But Vax, the Trapper player, is not falling for it.
At this point, this is when it gets even more frustrating for him now. Trying to escape now, going across the edge of the map. And looks like he might actually get away from the Trapper player. But even so, getting away from him and getting enough space in order to get the evolve off, they're two completely different things. Vax here actually just cutting straight across the center of the map. He can see the Kraken over there by the dam buildings, and it's just so difficult for the Kraken to get away. Like, they keep doing this, how is he going to get the evolve off?
Yeah, they're doing an excellent job of being able to keep eyes on him and then being able to predict where his movements are going to go and then choosing the angles to be able to cut him off. That Trapper, though, running pretty solo. So I'm worried about the strategy that they're currently taking right now. As soon as Kraken does get the stage up to stage 2, if he is ever able to, he's going to have the ability to just turn around and burst Maggie down.
This is where it gets frustrating for Bugsy, though. He's had this evolve ready for so long and he just hasn't been able to get the opportune moment in order to do so. Maybe he needs to actually just get domed in the perfect place for him to just run around and fight and take as little damage as possible. Maybe that's what he needs to do right now. Just get that dome down, take as little damage as possible, and then maybe he'll be able to go for the evolve.
Maybe so, but it almost feels like he's just wasted this first 5 minutes being forced around the map by this Hunter team.
Yeah, and that's just going to lay down on him now. It's going to become even more stressful for him.
Yeah, that has got to be rough as a monster player. When you get an evolve, or when you have the opportunity to evolve so early on, and you just can't take it due to the pressure of your hunters.
Fortunate enough there, the dust tag missed, and he might actually be able to get away here and get in a place where the hunters won't know exactly where he's evolving. If he evolves with the dust tag on him, they know exactly where he is. They can have Cabot shooting him through the walls to take as much chip damage as possible. But even so, they're right behind him. He just still can't go for this evolve.
Yeah, I think they knew exactly where he was going to go. Every monster seems to like to evolve there when they have the opportunity. And he does come in hard on Cabot right there, taking him down just below half.
Hunter team doing an excellent job at getting the reads here. I think that's essentially like what they're doing different from the other matches. They seem to be able to completely and utterly read where Bugsy is going to want to go. Better so than most Hunter teams that I've seen for a while. Though he does manage to get Assault pretty separated there with that Vortex Blast. With the Vortex, there's not a whole lot he can do to follow it up.
But once again, look at Vax, the Trapper. Just always staying back, always in the right position to head the monster off.
Vax is playing the game of his life right now. Doing this absolutely flawlessly. His positioning is almost perfect. And just with how well Vax is playing, he just can't do anything. Because he just can't do anything to get away from this Trapper right now.
Yeah, he really can't. You're right, he is playing almost perfect. Oh, and he's going to go for the evolve right here.
This evolve is bad.
Nope,
Yeah,
he cancels it. He realizes it.
And I feel like a lesser monster would have probably already gotten domed several times right now. So I want to say that, like, even though Bugsy is in a really terrible position and has a lot of stress put on him, it's phenomenal to watch the way he's continually able to juke them for 7 to 8 minutes now of solid stage 1 jukes.
But 7 to 8 minutes and he's still stage 1. He's running out of time now, and this is getting almost ridiculous. You could see right there that evolve was just bad. That's
finally,
not an evolve.
finally, I think he's finally got enough space here. If he's able to move to the back side of this, yep, and he's bursted down some wildlife there. Maybe, nope. Looks like they've closed the distance again.
Yeah,
he's going to go for the evolve now, though. He has no choice. He's wasted enough time as it is. He just needs to commit to it now. And there we go.
And he did it. Yeah, there's the commit right there. They will get a dome off here, I believe. Yep, we can hear it coming down right now. This is going to be a stage 2 dome. No armor on the Kraken. They're already laying into him, and now we have the action.
All right, Trapper's probably going to be his primary focus as we move into the fight here. And he's swinging big auto attacks that these groups have already grouped up hunters. And these hunters, though they've done an excellent job of positioning throughout chasing, they're staying incredibly grouped up for fighting a Kraken at the moment. Though, feeling really confident, they've already got him down to half health. Oh man, this is just not a great position for Bugsy. Had he had a little bit of armor, this might be a different situation, but...
And once again, that damage amp and lightning gun, they are making short work of his health here. He is down to almost 1/3 of his permanent life bar. And they are
still
still
got that-
on him with that damage amp and lightning gun. This is insane. They're gonna finish him right here if he doesn't move away right now.
No, this is Bugsy Aegis. Instead of what he's saying. Never mind.
This is insane. Ah, I get it.
All right, just a sliver of health left now for Bugsy. I think it's all over but the crying, and we may see an interesting comeback, depending on what happens on the other side of the bracket.
And look at that. Even Medic switching to those napalm grenades to dish out whatever damage she can.
But that was just stress getting to Bugsy. Like, he'll look at that later and he'll be like, why did I go for that evolve? I should have just baited the dome in a good position, then just ran and evolved before they even had the dome back off again. But that's just how it is. You're not thinking these things through right here. You just get so stressed out. You could see earlier when he tried to go for the evolve at the top of the hills, and that was just a terrible place to evolve, and he knew that. All of a sudden, he just cancelled it immediately. But
Just a great example of nearly flawless Tantra play. Wow.
Okay, and he's going to duck back the other way now, deciding proceeding downhill is not the best course of action for him.
So he's got armor now, so he can sustain the chip damage that they're going to give to him. And maybe he can get the Trapper down here. Actually.
He may get Vax down here. No, the burst heal keeps Vax up for now. Back to almost half-life. There we go. Okay.
Goes down.
Goes down
Yeah,
though, and
he's
this is
done
very,
again.
very risky. He needs to get that Trapper down. He has no other option. Doesn't have enough armor in order to sustain the chip that they're going to do to him inside this dome. He has to get that Trapper down.
They're trying desperately to flail at the Trapper, but it almost feels like the Medic is kind of heel trolling a little bit, trying to keep the Trapper slightly low.
Once again, the positioning from Cabot and Markov, the lightning gun damage amp combo right there, utterly annihilating his armor. We haven't mentioned this too much, but man, Infernalich is doing an amazing job always staying on these monster players in every game that we've seen, always there to dish out as much damage as possible, and switching to that machine gun when he's too far away.
Completely agreed there, Aegis. Bugsy has done just about everything he can here, and it's not going to be enough. There we see it again. GG.
Wow. GG. So KPV takes another win off of Team SiTH Evolve after being down 3-0. The score is now 3-2, and we will be moving into a 6th game. We may see a best of 7, 7th game tiebreaker here if KPV can pull off another win.